Let me just make a quick scrunchie. So the first thing I'll do is make a regular knot, just like how we tie the first knot on our shoelace, something very similar to that. Okay, so this whole hairband will act as our foundation chain. So I have my yarn ball, let me just move it. Now I'll start making loops on it. So I'll insert the hook in this internal gap, inserting the hook and then pulling the yarn. The first stitch will be very similar to a slip stitch. Yarn is here, pull it within the loop. Now second stitch onwards is what we will be repeating. I have it here. I'll insert the hook, I'll pull through. I have two loops and then I'll pull through the yarn from both the loops. So this is where you will get your stitch. See, you will have the top leaf on one side of the band and the stitch. So you will go on repeating it all around the hairband. Pull through and loop. So let's do the same throughout. So this is how you hold it, your crochet hook, your band here and your yarn here. Okay, so you will, if you can get a hold grip of it, use this loose end of the yarn also as your foundation chain and make the loop through it. If you're still learning and you don't get a grip, it's okay if it is outside, no problem. You can do it all around the hairband. Make it little loose only, no problem, because we'll be making another row and it's gonna be very wavy and it will have too many links, so you don't have to worry. See, you can see here, so if it is close enough, it is already looking wavy, you can see it, so it can turn in any direction. That is why you have to make sure you hold your hairband and your yarn properly. Insert, pull, pull, insert, pull, pull. So I will repeat the same process throughout my hairband. Okay, so it's okay if you have a gap. Once you finish everything all around, it's okay if it is loose, but if you want too many ruffles, you will make more number of stitches like this. If you want bare minimum ruffles on it, then just make sure that it is close enough without huge gap, but not too close enough and very tight. Okay, so let me just quickly do rest of the band. So you can see I've made, I think I can put another 3 to 4 stitches here, so let me do that. I 1 2 3, okay, one more. So this is my latest stitch, which is the last stitch, and this is my first stitch. Now I have to join these two ends. So what I'll do is I have to make a slip stitch into the very first stitch. Okay, so you can see the leaf here, you can see the leaf here. So what I'll do is I'll insert my hook, yay, into this leaf and pull the yarn. I will have two loops here. I will next pull this new loop within the first loop. So I'll just pull the same loop, one inside the other. Okay, now you can see that I have joined both the ends. Okay, this was my loose end, so let it be, I can cut it later. Okay, now the next row will be the ruffles. How do I do the ruffles? What I'll do is I will chain 1 2 3 4 5. I made 5 chains. Now I have made 5 chains in this chain, the joint one. Now I will make a slip stitch into the next chain. So you can see I made a 5 chain. Now I'll insert my hook in the next chain, pull the stitch, and then pull the new loop into the first loop. Okay, so you can see I started in this stitch and then I ended in the next stitch. Can you see? I started my 5 chain in this stitch and I ended it with a slip stitch in the next stitch. Now I'll make the same process, 5 chain, and then insert it in the next stitch, pull through 2 loops. You will have new loop pulled within the old loop. So you can see this is how I'm going to make ruffles on every stitch. Chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and then insert in the next stitch and then pull the new loop within the old loop. So you can see every time I'm doing a slip stitch, I'm making sure that this one stays very neatly out of the yarn, out of the reach of yarn, so that it won't get tangled. 1 2 3 4 5, and then slip stitch in the next stitch. So you have to make sure that you are using all the stitches. Okay, don't leave gap. This will have ruffles, so even 1 or 2 gap in between will not make any difference, but if you want it to be perfect and right and correct, you have to do it on every single stitch. 5 chain and a slip stitch. You will repeat this pattern throughout the hairband on all the stitches. Just repeat this pattern on all the stitches. 1 2 3 4 5, and then a slip stitch. 1 2 3 4 5, and a slip stitch. So you can see the ruffles forming already. You can see the ruffles forming already. Once you do it throughout the hairband, you will have a very clear ruffle section. So our first row is single crochet stitch all around the hairband. Our second row is chain 5 and slip stitch, chain 5 and slip stitch. Repeat throughout the first row. Let me finish this and show you how it looks. Can you see the ruffles forming? So it will be a lot of layers. Okay, and at the end of it, this is how it will look. I have used multicolor yarn for this, so this is how it will look at the end of it. See, every single stitch has a ruffle. Okay, so you can do the first row in one color and then use a contrast color to do the ruffles. So you can experiment with your yarn and the colors that you have, or you want a bigger size wala, then you can increase the number of chains. You from 5 chains you can do 7 or 10 chains, or if you want thicker one, then you can use 2 different colors thread at a time, so that you will have a bigger stitches and bigger ruffles. So you can experiment with it. It's a very two different designs, two different rows that goes on repeat throughout. So very simple but still cute looking. So you can make one for yourself.